If you're a busy professional over the age of 40 and just can't lose weight, get healthy, and find that you're juggling work, family, personal commitments, and then at the end of the day having no time left for yourself, then don't worry, I've got you covered with 10 practical tips to help you achieve your weight loss goals without compromising your busy schedule or feeling left out. So many business owners or professional people come to us at Growing Younger and they tell us all the time, I'm always looking after other people. I've got no time left for myself. So these 10 tips I'm going to share with you are kind of tried and tested by me personally, and it's how we coach our clients at Growing Younger. So I've lost over 20 kilos. I've kept that off for 15 years, and I've done that despite being a shift worker, despite having events pop up, funerals, weddings, families, parties, all those things, and while running a business and juggling family commitments. So if I can do it, guys, you can do it too. It comes down to doing the basics consistently. There are no hacks, there are no magic tricks, but you can leverage your time a little bit better with these 10 tips so you can actually be healthy. Because if you don't, if you don't do it now, then the chances are it might take you 10 years before you're ever busy again. So this is what we're going to do. So tip number one, plan your meals ahead. Now it sounds like really easy, and you may not want to be a meal prepper per se, but like on a Sunday afternoon, you could chop up a week's worth of snacks. You could create 4 or 5 lunches for the week, and have all those things ready. You can do that, okay? And at the end of the day, you got to understand that eating healthy doesn't take any extra time. You just got to make different decisions around what you eat. An example would be, you're eating those peanut butter, on toast for hours as a breakfast. Well, peanut butter is highly densely calorie packed, which means that like with this tiny amount of peanut butter is about 200 calories. But you could have a bowl of yogurt and a banana, which would be way less calories, higher in protein, higher in fiber, keep you fuller for longer. You can do all these things. So, like I said, eating healthy doesn't need to take up a lot of time. You eat the same thing anyway. It's just the choices that you make. Okay. So tip number two is incorporate physical activity into your daily routine. Okay. You don't have to spend hours at the gym. And in fact, exercise itself is not a great way to burn body fat. It just isn't. But exercising for small amounts of time throughout the day and throughout the week will actually help you become fitter, help you become stronger, help you prevent injuries. And you don't have to do a lot of awful things either. It could be walking around while you're on the phone in the office. It could be going out for a 10-minute walk during your lunch break. Get up 10 minutes early and do a 10-minute walk before work or after dinner. All these little 10-minute little things make a difference. In terms of resistance training, which I'm big on, you only need to do that 3 times per week for about half an hour each. So you can dedicate an hour and a half per week to resistance training. And I've met very few people, if anyone, that cannot do that, okay? But they will make a big difference over time. So, tip number three, stay hydrated. A lot of the times that we will mistake hunger for thirst. And if you're drinking water, okay, you will feel fuller for longer and more satiated because you're not great at recognizing those signals. Again, a big thing for me is not drinking your calories. So, therefore, if you're drinking lattes and pops and all those sorts of things, those calories add up really quickly. But if you opt for a long black or a Diet Coke or a sugar-free drink or something on water, essentially, you'll be able to stay fuller for longer with less calories, and you're gonna, mask those hunger pains, I suppose, because you're more hydrated. Number four is sleep, big one. A lot of people I know will not go to bed on time. They will stay up late and they get up super early. And if you want to lose weight and be healthy, you have to have 7 to 9 hours sleep per night. One of the things I've done is I set a go to bed alarm. So I always have to have 7 to 9 hours sleep at night, okay? Or at least 8.5 hours. And what I do is if I got to be up at, say, 5 in the morning, I will set my alarm to go to bed 8 hours or 8.5 hours before that to give me time to get to bed, get myself settled, go to sleep. And that was one of the biggest things for me as a shift worker, is getting 8 hours sleep per day. When you get better quality sleep, you're less hungry because when you're tired, your hunger hormone ghrelin is through the roof and makes you want to eat more to give you more energy. But if you're better rested, then your hunger hormones become settled. You're less likely to snack on high calorie dense things, and it's going to be a big win for you in terms of your weight loss and health. And again, when you're going to sleep on time, you are literally, resting and restoring your body to have more energy. It is such a simple thing, but makes a hell of a difference. Okay, so look at number 5, mindful eating. Pay attention to what you eat. If you're somebody that sits at a desk eating your dinners and you're looking at your emails and all that, you don't really enjoy the food that you're eating. And you can eat it so fast, it's like, oh my god, where's the next thing? And you can sit there eating out of cookie jars and toffees and stuff all day long, and all these extra calories add up. But if you just turn the screen off, go outside, whatever you need to do, just take yourself away from the desk, and enjoy the meal that you're eating. Take your time, take about 15 minutes to eat that meal, because that will then send a proper signal to your brain that you've eaten something. You're less likely to want to snack as well. And studies have been done to show that people that eat slower eat less because they feel fuller quicker. Okay, and that's a really important thing for you to be doing. Number 6, healthy snacking. So I kind of touched on this a little bit. If you snacking on nuts and crackers, they're highly calorie dense. Okay, what that means is there's a lot of calories packed into a small amount. So I use the example of peanut butter. 200 calories for a tiny 30-gram serve. But one banana, which is 120 grams, let's say, is only about 100 calories. So that's 3 or 4 times more food volume than the peanut butter for half the calories. So don't snack on nuts, snack on fruit instead. You could snack on a protein shake, for argument's sake, all right? 100 calories makes you feel full. They're the choices you got to make. It takes no time, it just takes you understanding what low calorie foods are. Really, really important. Tip number 7, limit processed foods. Captain Obvious, I understand it. But the thing is with processed foods, okay, number 1, they're not so healthy for you in general, but they're also highly calorie dense. They're also very moreish, which means that you're going to want to eat more of them when you're trying to snack. I know some busy professionals that got a big bag of nuts and they got crackers and stuff in their drawer, and they're just eating them all day long because they're quite moreish. But if you had a bowl of fruit instead, you would be more fuller, eat less, okay, and everything else. Again, healthier, the more fiber, the better. So if you're eating fruit, you got more fiber, you feel fuller for longer, have better digestion, gives you more energy, more stable blood sugar, all those amazing things. So again, limit your processed foods, all right? Number 8, manage your stress. Dead easy, I understand. But when you exercise and you sleep better, your stress will go down by default. Obviously, I'm not a psychologist, but if you need to talk about your stress with a doctor, do that as well. But the simple things that we can do, eating better, sleeping, exercising, all these things have positive effects on reducing stress. Okay, super important. You could meditate, you could do yoga, whatever you do, manage that as well. Because when you are stressed, you will eat more because your hunger hormones are all over the place, and you eat for comfort, and all those sorts of things, and it's not great. Okay, and finally, really, or last but not least, we got 9. Setting realistic goals. Now, you may have 30 kilos to lose. You may have that. It might take you 18 months. That is a massive chunk of time. But if you set up simple daily goals, I'm going to change my snacks for the week. That becomes the goal. I'm going to meal prep for a week. I'm going to try and do 150 minutes of cardio per week. I'm going to try and do 3 sessions per week. They're the mini goals that you need to set, and they act like steps. The more times you do 150 minutes of cardio per week, and week and week and week, with burning calories off, and you just do the small things. You celebrate the wins. You do the best you can. You tick things off on a check sheet, whatever. But this stuff doesn't take excessive time. You just think it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. But the small things are the big will make the big wins. Like small hinges swing big doors. Okay, so do that. Track your progress. And number 10, seek support. Fitness and health is not easy. If it was, everybody would be fit and healthy. But the reality of it is, people are not. People are overweight. They're more sicker. They're more injured than they've ever been in history. Okay, and one of the things that you need is some level of accountability. And if you can't hold yourself accountable, then you may need to outsource that to a professional like somebody at Growing Younger. One of our coaches can do that for you. And one of the things that we do here, we do 3 things well. We give people personalized fitness programs, we give good nutrition programs, and we offer accountability. That is the biggest thing. So you come and have a meeting with a trainer periodically, frequently. We keep you on track with your goals. And that is the absolute key for people having a lot of success with us at Growing Younger, staying in the gym environment for way longer than other gyms. And that's how we do it. So If you are somebody that's over 40 and a busy professional, want somebody that you can trust to help you with this thing, why not come and speak to us? There'll be a link down below you can touch on to book a discovery session with me if you like, so we can talk about it. But that is how we do it. So there are your 10 tips for over 40 busy professionals. It doesn't take as much time as you think. It just needs to do the basics consistently and have some level of accountability. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you want, and I will see you on the next one.